Good.
All right. That look good?
Yep.
All right. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Run the Tape. 3 dudes, 1 game, and all the tape. Another exciting week in the NBA. Some players have shown happiness. Some players have shown unhappiness.
Yeah, we're starting to get more into the groove of the season now, where a lot of the drama's happening. More injuries are popping up. Usually the start of the season is where you see the most amount of injuries that happen during the season. So, we're seeing some good NBA basketball. We'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
100%, and I think we could just dive right into it. I think the first thing we should talk about is the Morant situation in Memphis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, he's very unhappy. He said, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago, he's not playing with any joy right now, which is obviously a sad thing to hear, considering he is one of the top guards in the NBA.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that situation right now?
What do you think?
Dude, what's happening in Memphis is, it's so sad, bro. Like, dude, Morant does just look sad out there. He's not trying, not hustling, and he plays. He just looks very lazy out there. And that press conference is everything about it, man. Just openly admitting, putting teammates down, putting the organization down. It's
And Liam,
it's so ugly.
do you think Morant's behavior right now is detrimental to the team?
Dude, 100%. Just based on the way that he was playing. Besides for the fact that he was looking lazy and half-hearted out there, which is already unacceptable for a player of his magnitude, right? The things that we're supposed to expect out of Morant, I think that's unacceptable. But he was literally playing bad basketball. He wasn't giving you a reason to keep him on the floor. When we look at his shooting percentage, he's one of the worst three-point shooters in the league at this point. I think second behind Peyton Pritchard or something like that. He's not giving you a reason to play numbers-wise or effort-wise. And the Memphis coaching staff didn't go to him in late game situation where it was a close game. And I think that that was reasonable for them.
Yeah, I'm going to add on to that, Liam. I watched the Memphis game a couple nights ago, and just him on defense alone, I remember just seeing him off weak side block or elbow. He was not moving, and on defense, he wasn't really following with the ball. Just didn't really look like he cared. I saw that on multiple plays, and it was very concerning.
Yeah.
But yeah, with him potentially being, do you think they should look to trade him? What do you think his value is right now? I'm curious what you guys think about that.
I think the question is because you could go in another direction here, because you have him and you have Jaren Jackson Jr., who was obviously a stud, defensive player of the year. You could, it's going to sound a little crazy, but you can either go the route of firing the coach, right, and siding with Morant, the guy who you paid all this money.
So firing another coach after firing Taylor Jenkins last season, who has been unbelievable for the past couple seasons, was a great developmental coach, great offensive and defensive mind. I think that was a very, very bad decision by the Memphis Grizzlies.
While they were the 3rd seed with their best player being injured.
He took them to top 4 seeds multiple years.
Multiple years when they shouldn't have. When they were completely the underdog.
In the West.
In the West.
It's insane. Taylor Jenkins should be a head coach on an NBA roster right now. I stand by that. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
You're 100% right on that. But yeah, I think that's one route you can go in firing the coach they have now.
Thomas Mueller, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just such a bad look, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially after firing Taylor Jenkins, it's kind of like a slap in the face to the organization. I feel like it's just too early because they know that there's just a bigger social impact.
Is trading Ja a slap in the face to the organization?
I think it's just more correct terms, because obviously no one's happy about this organization right now. Ja's not happy about it. I bet you the higher ups are not happy about this.
Yeah,
it's just it's just a huge mix up. And I feel like for the sake of both of them, it's better to just trade John Morant, right? person who wants out, and he's obviously not giving you anything.
The potential package that you could get.
Exactly. I think it's just time to move on. Just blow it all up.
I think that's true, but I also think that he's worth. You know, I mean, not to like speak on his worth or whatever, but he's worth less than. This is probably the least that he's worth right now, right? And it could his value could keep diminishing if the situation continues to get worse. But he's going to be worth the least at this very moment.
It feels almost like, James Harden-esque in the sense that, like, what we saw from, like, James Harden when he gets, like, the discomfort that he always had for other teams, obviously, infamously the Rockets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Holding out. There was question about, like, weight issues.
Yeah.
And, getting well, like, kind of what you want. James Harden definitely got his way out of Houston and Brooklyn. And
in ways where he was worth a lot less than his actual value.
Exactly.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Going back to the Grizzlies situation, it's interesting because the Magic got 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, it was 4, right?
Either like 4 or 5. I
believe. Yeah, 4 or 5.
It was 4, and they were able to ship KCP away and other players.
So it's a good time to rebuild.
So a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., right? A proven defender in the NBA, great stretch 4, 5, 4, 5. He's kind of in that positionless big.
Yeah.
But he's a guy who can really help a contender out. He's one of those players. He's a glue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's shown that. He's shown consistency. Obviously, he's had some injury struggles, but again, if he's on the floor, he's going to give you impact in a way that is kind of rare. Yeah. Especially with that 3 ball he has.
Yeah.
He has it.
He's definitely developed his offense.
So I think he's worth more. I think he's worth more than Desmond Bane. We would say that, right?
I would agree.
He's worth more than Desmond Bane?
Yeah.
I think he's worth probably the same amount. Desmond Bane was carrying their offense for a very long time.
Yeah, but Jaren Jackson
as well has also
his
carried
defense, and he did win Defensive Player of the Year, but just the playmaking that I feel like you get from that. You think they're going to get more than 4 first-round picks for Jaren Jackson Jr.?
I mean,
I think they could get 3 and some young and potentially a young asset.
I agree with that, but that's not. I think 4 is 4. I don't know. I feel like Desmond Bane's more valuable.
Interesting stuff.
40% 3-point shooter and the playmaking ability, and they were a 3rd seed with him as their first option.
But Jaren Jackson Jr. is obviously one of the top defenders and a stretch big.
When they were playing at the same time, who was the best player on the Memphis Grizzlies?
Who?
When Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. were playing last season together, who was the best player in the Memphis Grizzlies?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Desmond Bane.
No.
Wow.
No, because they ran everything through Desmond Bane. And he was a solid defender, and he was a good 3-point shooter.
No, they also ran a ton through Jaren Jackson Jr. He was getting.
They went to Desmond Bane in all the big moments, bro.
In addition to his defensive stats, his scoring and rebounding, he was also getting 4 or 5 assists a game. This guy, they were running through Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm telling you.
I think they were running through Desmond Bane, bro. Every play, he was their point guard on their team without John Morant there, and he was carrying them. Every clutch moment, they went to Desmond Bane to finish the job because he was their player. That's what I think. I get the defensive argument, but it's not like Desmond Bane was a liability on defense for them.
Of course not. He's a great perimeter defender.
And he's a 40% 3-point shooter. I think 1 year he was the best 3-point shooter in the league at one point on 9 attempts a game. That's value.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Anyway. But you value that more than like a 2-way play, like one of the top 2-way players in the league.
Because of the playmaking and the offense. Yeah, because if you have a guard that's not a liability on defense and he shoots 30% and he playmakes for you, and that's the guy you're going to in the clutch, and you're the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, with John Morant being out or playing like very rarely, yeah, that's worth more than what Jaren Jackson's giving you.
Let me ask you something. Since you think that Desmond Bane's playmaking ability is so incredible.
Yeah.
The Magic team currently right now, do you think they're fine with him? You don't think they need another lead guard there? a system guard.
I think they probably do need another lead guard.
Yeah,
but
they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think because of that it takes away from how good Desmond Bane is.
I think Desmond Bane is a
Desmond
great
Bane
player. He's a great player.
He was the number one option on the Memphis Grizzlies last year, who weren't a championship team. In order to be a championship team, it's not like they need something better than Desmond Bane.
All I'm saying is Desmond Bane is not Derek White.
No, he's not.
That's all I'm saying. He's not going to be that guy.
He's not.
I'm okay with that as well, though, because Derek White, I think very highly of Derek White.
Anyway,
I think Derek White is definitely better than Derek Jackson.
I think we should move on to this.
Okay.
Ja Morant, potential trade destinations. Where are some spots we would like? We could even see him work. Now, I think I would like to hear Liam's thoughts first on this.
What?
On a destination you think Ja Morant would
Oh.
look good in.
Would look good in?
Yeah, because you got to think about it. They could trade him.
Yeah. No, that's highly likely. You know?
It's like probably more likely than unlikely at this point. He'll be on a different roster next season. Am I wrong?
No,
Yeah,
you're
no.
right.
Especially since they're not playing well.
I really don't know where I would want to see Ja Morant. I've never been in love with Ja Morant's game. He's obviously a walking highlight reel, and he can jump high, and he's quick and all that. But for me, he takes a lot of floaters. I'm not a big fan of floaters. As many people know out there who associate me with basketball know I'm not a big floater guy. I think his form is bad, and that only leads to inconsistency, and that's what we've seen from his three-point shot thus far in his career. He's an incredibly clutch player. I'll give him that. In big moments, he shows up, but I've never held him as a top guard in this league or a first option on a championship team. I just don't think that's what he is. And especially when it comes down to his leadership and, well, then I mean, it's hard to say failures because he's a successful, man, but like the stuff that he's been involved in is not good for leadership.
Yeah.
So I think his value is low, and right now, like a Hornets.
Just 1v1 swap.
I don't think it would be. I think you'd have to give up something to get LaMelo Ball.
Wow.
I think LaMelo Ball is a better player than Ja Morant.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think so.
Especially at this point.
Yeah. For all the crap LaMelo gets, like, he's just a far better playmaker than Ja Morant could ever be. His passing ability is unreal. His transition ability, one of the best passing transition players in the league. And he can like shoot. Just injuries, man. It's just injuries.
Kai, do you think a guy like Ja Morant could fit in with a Rockets or Celtics type of organization who are both lacking sort of a guard role right now?
I look across the league and like I look at it and it's like what team is like most suited for, a player like Ja Morant. And I think the closest would probably be the Houston Rockets. Obviously a team in need of a guard and one who facilitates at a good margin, especially coming down the floor. I feel I like a Ja Morant, especially in the previous years. When you have like a Desmond Bane and stuff.
What about the shooting? Because they already
have
Thompson.
The shooting is a significant factor. I feel like they do. When they do bring in Ja Morant, he does lack the shooting that you want. That's why like a person like a Fred VanVleet was so valuable.
It's so perfect.
Like he was so perfect because not only was he a good facilitator, but he was a great shooter that extended the floor a lot. You know what I'm saying? And Ja Morant, as exciting as he is, he just doesn't bring the same kind of things that Fred VanVleet did, which is what made the Houston Rockets a 2 seed last season.
The thing I love most about Fred VanVleet was his composure. And in tight situations, he's always so composed.
Dude, he's great all over the floor, bro. Even on defense, underrated defender too.
Dude, yeah.
Like he was a great piece of that Houston Rockets team, and I feel like it would be a step to try and get Ja Morant on your Houston Rockets team, but I just don't think he brings the same kind of factors that
That's too risky.
a Fred VanVleet does, and obviously you would be giving up a lot in trying to get a person like Ja Morant, regardless of what what
That's
happens.
so risky to me, like, to fuck up or to mess up what you have in Houston.
Yeah, just that. Let's tell him. So, we were talking about the pod and like how my mom is always so worried about like the things we're saying being like bad and out there, and she doesn't want us to curse, so we're not going to curse anymore. I haven't been cursing that much, but yeah, it's important because we're young and we should be smart.
We'll work on it.
I don't think we're doing bad though.
Back to this question, but like, where do you guys think is a good spot for John Morant? What do you think?
Like I said, the Hornets, man. He needs. I just don't. He got to get himself straight first. He got to get himself acting right, and then he can be part of a contender.
I think the Celtics, man. I know that's crazy.
Oh my gosh!
What?
That makes no sense to me.
It makes
That makes
perfect
no
sense.
sense to me.
Why not?
Dude, that team
Why
is
can't-
built
you can't
on
play-
threes, bro.
Bro, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody on that team has to know how to shoot. If you don't know how to shoot, you bring no purpose to the Boston Celtics. You bring absolutely no purpose.
That's not true. Dude.
Am I wrong? You come to the Boston Celtics because they know that you can
They
shoot.
just have a lot
They
of
got
good
Lou
shooters.
Cornette shooting threes.
Exactly,
man.
bro.
That's not true. He did not shoot threes on the Celtics, bro.
Yeah.
He did not. Don't
But
say
like,
that.
if you're John Morant,
Just
you
not
have
true.
no value. That makes no sense. That play style is so different.
Listen, I'm saying
It's like-
it would definitely be a different system for the Celtics. They'd have to change a lot. But
Yeah, and are you
it's
willing
not
to risk
it's not
that?
bad, especially when Tatum's back. I think that duo could be something special.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. I
All
don't think it
right.
makes sense,
So do
especially with the
you think
usage.
John Morant is the second best player on the Celtics?
Ooh, no.
Wait, say it again?
You think John Morant would be the second best player on the Celtics? Because you said that
Whoa.
duo, Jason Tatum and John Morant.
Think he'd be better than Jaylen Brown, bro?
Well,
Do you
I'm
even think
thinking
he's better than Derek White?
Derek White or John Morant? I think I have to take Derek White.
Oh my god.
I agree.
So like, where do you even put this dude, bro?
So he's the fourth best player in the Celtics.
Yeah.
And he can't shoot a three.
Guys, you're underselling John Morant a ton.
But, like,
he does
no,
so many
You
good
got
things.
you gotta also
man.
bring up like what you're gonna be giving up if you're the Celtics.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You-
why I'm like Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen
What?
Brown for John Morant?
No,
bro?
I'm saying John Morant with some other stuff.
Okay.
With other stuff,
With
with-
JJ, obviously.
Huh?
With JJ.
Whoa, that's too much, bro. If the Grizzlies gave up that, they are stupid, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's a little too much. But there is a big. I think there's.
That would be
gap.
crazy.
That would be insane. Impossible, but oh my god.
That would be going to the Luka trade. Like, what the fuck?
You're
Yeah.
getting a whole team.
Finish. Go. Anyway,
You good, bro? Like,
I want a little nice.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh! I don't like that call, bro.
It
I don't like that call.
Anyway,
nah, you take that call.
let's go into the Pelicans. They're 0-6 right now. Things are not looking pretty there. They have some tradable assets. They have Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, obviously Zion. He just we just got updated him. He's going to be out 7 to 10 weeks with a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think those? What do you feel like as far as? Do you think they're going to be shopping around and blowing up? Like, what do you like? They look bad, man. And as a Hawk fan, I'm happy because we have their lottery pick going into this year.
Yeah.
So
I think-
I'm rooting against them.
I think they're already at the stage of they're blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already kind of blew everything up, getting rid of CJ and Ingram. This is their second stage of it. Like, they're in the process of rebuilding. Clearly, like, everyone knew going into the season, they weren't a championship team.
This team's a train wreck. When you are starting DeAndre Jordan as your starting center, your team is bad.
I don't think it's a full blow up until you trade your best player. That's
Dude.
how I feel.
Okay, that's fair.
I think they need a shot freaking DeJounte Murray for whatever value you can get out of him. Whatever value.
Yeah.
I think Herb Jones potentially can go. He has a ton of value. I like his game, and then obviously Zion.
Yeah.
You can obviously
Trey Murphy.
Yeah,
He has.
Jordan Poole.
I think you get no value out of Jordan Poole, bro, at this point. it clearly shows you can't be a first option or a second option. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I just think if you can get Zion healthy,
We can't just keep having this talk, bro.
I just know, but he's so good.
He's
but so good.
Okay. But we clearly can't see it. He's already injured right now. As we speak today, he's out for how long?
7 to 10 weeks.
7 to 10 weeks. That's a big chunk. That's 2 months worth of basketball.
70%, 25 points per game. That's what we're talking about.
And you'll see that how many games? It's sad to say, but
I'm a big availability guy, and obviously you just have to be on the floor. I don't care if you're the best player in the league, and that's why it's so painful to watch this Joe Embiid stuff.
Dude, we can't talk about these hypotheticals, man, because these hypotheticals are sadly just not the truth. We know what Zion could have been, but he's not giving you that amount of value anymore. He just doesn't.
Is Zion a bust?
Potentially, man. Honestly, you could say yeah. It's sad to say because obviously what we know Zion as is
he's
great.
Good. He's a good player.
He's a great player.
He'd be like the best bust, bro. What the fuck? What am I saying right now?
Some of the most lost potential.
You'd be one of the. I can't even say it. It sounds too messed up.
But what could have been of an NBA player, you know, and yeah, you can always say like if he never has those injuries, what did we really see of Zion? Because unfortunately, it's hard to say because he just needs to be played for. And with this injury that just happened, it's like you're year 6. It's looking rough, man. I don't know. I don't think you hold much value, especially for the contract that he got as well.
So let's talk about what players might be on the trading block, right? Because I think there's a lot of teams that the way they started the season might be like a tell on how they're gonna what's gonna happen in the future. Similar to like what we were saying about the Pelicans. I remember Cleveland in like 2019, they had Tyronn Lue for 6 games. They went 0-6. They fired him and they destroyed everything. And that was off of 6 games. There were 6 games in the season. So I'm gonna name some players. You tell me if they're on the trading block or not. So let's start off. Obviously, let's go with Zion.
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's on the trading block.
I think honestly he needs a change of scenery. I think he's a guy who could thrive if he stays healthy, and maybe some guys just need a change of scenery. Like that's something we've seen before.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I also say put him on the trade block. See what kind of value you get out of him. Like it really comes down to like the value that you get out of Zion, right?
Yeah.
You take up a huge contract, and there's got to be a team that's willing to take that kind of chance. I don't see that many teams taking that kind of chance. So I think you fish around for whatever thing you can get out of him, and see where you go from there.
Definitely.
What about LaMelo Ball?
I think.
Again,
I think it's a tad early. I don't know. He's actually having a phenomenal season. The Hornets are winning games.
Yeah.
Which you never get to say. And it's frankly to give him credit, a lot of it is LaMelo Ball leading this offense. He is playing really well, man.
One of the best transition passers.
One of the best transition passers in the league. And the way that this offense is flowing, super fast offense, the fastest that this team has ever been, which I think is a team that should thrive off that,
And that fits LaMelo's style.
That's
what he played at Chino Hills.
Exactly.
That's what he played. Wherever he went,
he's played
fastball.
He's played fastball, and that's perfect for him.
Yeah.
And when you have shooters all around you, like bring in a Conca bring you a great amount of threes from.
Randy play.
That was the perfect player to put in for that Hornets offense. I feel like that offense has exploded to what the potential that we were trying to see all these years. So I think LaMelo, you keep him because of potential that you see in him right now.
I agree, and the way they've been playing has just been out of the mind. Drew Holiday. Obviously, a really good player on a bad team, but he brings so much value in veteran leadership. I'm going. He's on the trading block.
Yeah, I think he's in that kind of stage in his career where he has value, but It's about like almost like journeyman. You know, like I give it like a Dennis Schroeder kind of role. Obviously, like we know that what Dennis Schroeder can bring. I think he's an extremely valuable player. I think what he brings you is like no other, especially on the contract that he's on. And you know where Drew Holiday is right now is like what teams are willing to like bring that onto their team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's interesting. A guy like Dennis Schroeder, not to get off topic, but he's a guy before he didn't that whole like Lakers contract situation where he didn't sign the 4-year, $84 million deal.
Yeah.
He was actually a very like respected point guard, but after that he got so much flack from people.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like he hasn't been given that same respect. And he's also had some weird off-court stuff, but that doesn't really matter. But he's a guy who brings you a ton of value.
100%. 100%.
And I remember him when he was on my Hawks, and he always brought his game. So physical, great defense, great at finishing and getting to the rack. Dennis Schroeder is one of those guys.
Solid playmaker.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah.
For sure. But what we saw from like last season
And durable.
in that trade deadline, where he got traded like 5-6 times
Yeah.
in just the season alone.
That must be so tough from like a
It's-
mental health standpoint.
It's got to be extremely tough. You know, you don't even know where you're going. You know, you just use that as an asset for, you know, these teams to like.
And you
use
give him your
leverage.
all, you know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's such a weird situation to be in. But I still hold Dennis Schroeder to a ton of value. Same way I hold Drew Holiday to that same kind of standard as well.
Yeah.
Probably to even a bigger extent because you know what
Definitely.
Drew Holiday can bring you. But you know, at this point in his career, obviously he's not happy with the situation that he's in right now in Portland. So he'd be a good trade piece for
a young team like that.
Yeah, 100%.
What about Josh Hart?
I think he's on the trading block.
Really?
Dude, you got to see what you can get out of him. I think the Knicks clearly are in a point right now where, you know, you see a diminishing role out of Josh Hart.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like the main reason that he's still around is, no offense, Jalen Brunson. You know, Villanova, their whole connection. You know,
But
he does have strong ties to the team.
The value that he brings, to have a guy like that who can come in and be solid for you in so many different ways.
You don't think you can trade around for something like that?
The offensive rebounding capability is something that you just can't get anywhere else.
But you know, we haven't seen that. You know, as of the playoffs and or the
Playoffs,
what we've seen.
he plays good
He's
in
been
the playoffs.
he's been playing really bad. This
Last season, he barely played in the playoffs because of Tom Thibodeau. But in the playoffs, Kevin Hart shows up.
Josh Hart.
I'm sorry, yeah. Jesus. Josh Hart shows up.
Yeah, Josh,
I don't
it's
know.
insane. Like
What do you think?
about Josh Hart.
Yeah.
I think he's got value for sure. If you're looking for a guy who's gonna bring you defense,
So,
100%.
do you think the Knicks should look to trade him?
I mean, what do you think the Knicks need? A big.
A big.
And this is something I've been talking about for years now. Their lack of big depth is something that has been a
Dude.
struggle for them.
Yeah,
Even
dude.
in the playoffs, especially.
Dude, Mitchell Robinson is just not the type of center that will carry you far. Obviously, we know like his defensive rebounding capabilities.
Now let me
is
ask you
phenomenal,
something.
but, you know, you just don't get much out of that. And I feel like maybe trading a Josh Hart for even a player like Mark Williams, someone that we know has been on the trade block for a while, could be potentially good for you.
What about Josh Hart for Nikola Vucevic?
Nah, I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Why not?
I mean, I guess.
As your backup big?
He be your backup
Yeah, bro.
behind Mitchell?
But I think
Yeah.
if you were the Bulls, you ask for a lot more. Especially with how they're playing. I don't think they're even looking to figure out.
No, they are.
Really?
Supposedly they're looking to shop him.
Wow. But I just don't think. I think you have to give up more if you're.
So give
The
up
Knicks.
more. Okay. Do you not like that trade? Why not? Vucevic is good.
It doesn't solve the Knicks' problems. What kind of big are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're talking about I feel like Karl Anthony Towns is Vucevic on steroids.
Oh, 100%.
So I
100%.
don't think that it solves the big problem.
But you have depth. You have depth at that position.
But I think the big problem is defensive rebounding and.
I would like to see it.
Vucevic is a good rebounder.
But I think the defensive capabilities is different.
Carl Towns is a good rebounder.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about.
I know.
Anthony Towns.
I'm just saying that they're both still not great rebounders. They're both good rebounders, but they're not great rebounders.
Okay, but now you have depth at the big position.
I don't
who
like
is a
it.
good rebounder?
I don't like it.
Okay, that's fine. It was just a question.
I don't know. I feel like the closest thing that you probably get is probably like Mark Williams. Something like that.
I think that kind of prototype is what the Knicks need.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone like that. Maybe, ideally, someone who could
Great
like,
defender.
guard a little bit of perimeter, but that's just not like you rarely find
And
a rim protector.
Like I said, we have to give up Josh Hart, so it's based on value.
Yeah, that's true. But let's get into the next question.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do top 5 shooters of all time. This is gonna be tough, man.
Controversial, man.
It's gonna be really tough. I think obviously the one for everyone has to be
Everyone
insane.
knows.
Steph
Right.
Curry
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
changed the game.
change the game, change how basketball, not just the NBA, but basketball is played. For walking 40% from the 3-point line when we're talking about being double teamed sometimes, catch and shoot off the dribble, step back, side step, coming over left shoulder, coming over right shoulder, DHOs. He's literally the best. Did I even say catch and shoot? He's literally the best at all those things.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
And
everything.
that's not even to talk about the other aspects of his game that, are not relevant in this question, but he's just the best shooter that, as Stephen A. Smith says, God ever created.
Yeah.
Because
Do you think Steph Curry's shooting ability is more impressive than just Wemby? Steph Curry or Wemby? What's more impressive?
It's such an odd comparison because I both look at them as unicorns of the game.
Like they're just not real.
They're just not real. They're
Which
so rare to
which
come
one's
by.
more not real?
that's just such a hard thing to say.
You know.
Because Steph's shooting
It's unlike anything.
won't be touched. I can't imagine it being touched. Wemby's potential there's no ceiling higher. I mean,
Honestly, I think you
it
say,
doesn't get higher ceiling.
but I think you still say Steph Curry as of right now because we understand what Curry has given to the game. Curry's for me, top 10 player all time.
Yeah.
And you can't really say that about a Victor Wembanyama at this point. Obviously, when kudos is given, then I'll give it. But at this moment, what you got from Steph Curry was unworldly. So yeah, give me Steph Curry, man.
50, 40, 90, multiple seasons.
Unanimous MVP, bro.
Unanimous MVP.
4-time champion. Like that, this dude is absolutely a top 10 player for me.
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP, bro. Like he's done everything, and I hold that to a lot of credit. But yeah, he's the best shooter all time for sure.
Yeah. Number 2. I feel like we're all gonna agree on number 2.
It is James Harden.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's James Harden.
Dude, I'm so glad we bring this up because my coworkers have given me so much crap because I think this, and I hope they're listening because, yeah, James Harden is the second best shooter all time. He's in 3-pointers made. He's number 2 on the list. He's number 2 on the list for a reason.
Yeah.
He can shoot any kind of way. They had to double team this man down the floor.
They
every
were
single
guarding
time.
him from behind because they didn't want him to shoot the 3 that bad.
Exactly.
He was a walking 40% on like 13 attempts a game. That is insane for someone to be shooting 13 threes a game. And he was averaging 40.
He was averaging 40 for a season. He was dropping
a 40, like a 50 bomb every other night.
With the triple dub.
With a triple dub. With a triple dub, bro. James Harden is that guy.
There's
Not only best shooters, but one of the best scorers of
not even a question.
probably the best volume shooter this game has ever seen.
Dude, honestly, like Kobe Bryant on steroids, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
James Harden.
You gotta shut your mouth. You gotta shut your mouth.
What are you gonna say, bro? What are you gonna
No, I'm not gonna say you're so right. I'm not gonna say it. You're so right. Thank you for stopping me.
say? But back
But
to it,
no,
though.
we were talking about Harden's 3-point shooting, but from mid-range, is he a top 3 mid-range shooter of all time?
It's not a bad take.
It's not a
not
bad take. I think the only reason he's not is because of his posts, his post ability in the mid-range. But efficiency, pull up midi. Yes. I don't. Besides Kevin Durant, I don't know a better one. I don't know a better one. So I think based on volume, based on percentage, based on longevity, based on his ability off the dribble, his ability off the catch.
His ability to get to the free throw line.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, no, that's
Just
a
raw
good
fouls on
factor.
3-point
Yeah,
attempts?
exactly.
Is he not the best at
Was he
that
the
ever?
original free throw version?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Do you
100%.
remember?
No, I obviously no. I'm just I'm
Yeah.
trying to make it the question.
Yeah, of course, dude. He was 100%. I mean, he was like the definition of it. He was like drawing fouls like no other. I mean, like a Shea replicates that kind of game. A Joel Embiid the same way kind of replicates that game.
James Harden was the first.
Yeah, he was the first out of any of them. You know that kind of style of like knowing how to draw fouls. So yeah, 100%. Love James Harden, man. Number 2 best scorer of all time.
Yeah, my Hawks just had an 18-point lead. We're playing the Magic tonight, and now it's cut to
7. Not bad.
6. Not
7.
because he can't make a free throw.
Hey.
Wait. You want to talk about Paolo? Or?
Yeah. So I was
wait. So
talking-
let me just pose a question.
Yeah,
to
sure.
both of you.
Okay.
I actually have it written on one of my cards in really small writing. Who's better, Paolo Banchero or Jalen Johnson?
I think Jalen Johnson is a better player than Paolo Banchero.
There's no way you fucking said.
I think
No freaking
I don't think there's something that Paolo. I don't think there's something Paolo does better than Jalen Johnson.
I think
Not
the
one
opposite
thing.
thing. I don't think there's one thing Jalen Johnson does better than Paolo Banchero.
And these guys were trying to tell me before that Jalen Johnson in transition was nothing special.
I'm not trying to say Jalen Johnson.
There
is
is levels to this.
I'm
bro.
trying to say Paolo Banchero is something different than special in transition.
Yeah, and Jalen
We're
Johnson
ta-
is as well.
Jalen Johnson
especially Paolo
ain't-
Banchero, bro.
He ain't a top transition player in the league like Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, hell no.
He
No
is.
way.
No
No
way,
way,
he
bro.
is.
No
He
way.
is. I'm telling you,
No
he is.
way, bro.
Plus,
Oh my
Jalen
God.
Johnson.
What are we talking about?
Jalen Johnson is more athletic than Paolo. It's a fact.
That's just
it's a fact.
God, bro.
What is being athletic to you then? What is it? Is the strength have nothing to do with any of it?
Of course, it's strength. Jalen Johnson. Okay,
Is
I
Jalen
will
Johnson a
admit,
better athlete
I
than
will-
LeBron James?
I will admit, Paolo is stronger than Jalen Johnson.
100%.
They just have
Speed
different
for that
frames.
size? His speed for that size?
But if Jalen Johnson's with the same height, I think.
And Paulo is way bigger than him.
Way
Way bigger
bigger.
than him. It's
You
a
kidding?
mismatch.
It doesn't matter. Jalen Johnson has more length than Paolo.
Does he though?
Yes, look at him, bro. He's a running 7-footer.
Bro, there's no
Paolo's
way.
a
There's
ginormous
no way.
specimen, bro. He's like
You guys just don't know about Jalen Johnson. It's okay, but I'm telling you, Jalen Johnson is one of the most impressive forwards in the NBA. I'm telling you that, and you'll see it this season.
And you think he's
Potential
better-
All-Star
but-
with Trey out.
But you think he's
Watch him be.
Oh my
I will
God,
bet you
bro.
he's an All-Star this season. I will bet you.
I'll take that bet.
How much?
I'll take that. Let's put 20 on it.
$20. Jalen Johnson will be an All-Star. Boom. Free money. Free money.
You think that's free money?
Free money.
You just
Free
lost
money.
20 bucks.
Free money.
You lost 20 bucks.
I give
Yeah.
him a deal,
You
bro.
lost
Ain't
20
no
bucks.
way,
see.
bro.
We'll see.
We will.
All right.
Want to bet Paulo's gonna be an all-star?
I don't want to bet that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you know that for fact.
But I think one of those guys, Franz or Paolo, gets snubbed. One of them will get snubbed.
I think
Especially if they're
All-Star
not winning
break,
as many games.
I think by All-Star break, they're going to be a better team than this, and they're both going to be All-Stars. That's what I think.
Okay, I can see that.
I feel like Paolo also has more name value to be an All-Star.
Of course, yeah. It's also about that too, 100%.
Dude, but it's not even just that. He's amazing, man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is amazing.
He's a generational talent. If Cooper Flag turns out to be that good,
Wait, whoa. Generational talent.
yeah, Paulo Banchero is.
I think he has potential to be.
He is, bro.
You don't think he has potential
I think
to be?
You think he's a?
I
What
believe-
does he do that's generational?
Dude,
What does he do that's generational?
you can
The scoring, his physicality, bro.
Dude, you don't think the Orlando Magic
He's not a generational scorer. What?
Yeah, I think he is, bro. His finishing
What?
ability.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'll
He's
put it. I'll
not.
put it in the same. I'm going to compare him to his player comparison. LeBron James. Okay.
Oh.
LeBron James is a generational
You don't
scorer,
think
not
that's a
because
good
the
comparison?
No. I don't. I think like comparing them as players.
comparing their prototypes. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay, fine. Okay.
LeBron James and him score in similar ways. LeBron's a generational scorer. He's a generational scorer. Right.
And I think
course,
that's a
yes.
completely fair argument. And
Yes,
that's a
he
great,
is.
good job.
He's a generational score. He's a generational scorer for sure. Sorry.
Paulo.
No, LeBron.
That was a good one. I like that.
Okay. All right. I mean, Apollo does so many things.
But
I mean,
you
the
don't think-
only thing that you can question, and it's only this season, is his shot selection. His shot selection in the playoffs last year, he was
Oh, yeah,
one
he
of the
was-
best playoff first round performers in the league.
Oh, 100%. No, you got to get
He
that.
showed us that he could be a 1A on a
He
championship team.
dropped 37 points per game in the playoffs. He was like that whenever you needed a shot, he was also there to take it, man. He was clutch. He was carrying the entire
on
team.
6 bad games he's had in his career because of his shot selection recently, bro.
Listen, at the end of the day, something that's huge for me, especially in the modern NBA, sometimes it all comes down to that jumper, and that's something I do not trust yet.
You know, that's why the Orlando Magic,
Okay,
invested
that's
in a
it,
Desmond
bro,
Bain,
bro.
bro. You don't
trust
but you
Giannis?
don't think the Orlando Magic would invest so many picks if they didn't think that Paolo was that good, especially for a player like Desmond Bain, exactly what they needed. Like they got Desmond Bain because they thought that their championship window was exactly that.
You can't miss those. I don't know what he's doing right now.
What?
Damn.
You just see Paolo's miss.
No, I didn't. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
But yeah, you just don't invest that kind of
Jalen.
Get that shit out of here, bro.
Goaltend.
I was
What?
at goaltend.
Let me see.
Oh,
That's not a
foul.
goaltend.
Foul.
That's not a goaltend.
Foul.
Body contact? No,
Yeah, had to be a foul. He got crushed.
I don't like that call.
That's two, yeah.
But yeah, I think that Jalen going back to it, like I'm so
You're
high
out
on
of your
Jalen.
mind, bro.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I really
Hell.
I don't even think that is so unfair to Paolo to even put them in the same conversation.
Dude.
Paolo's a 1A player. Jalen Johnson is
Can we take the bet a step farther for the All-Star thing?
okay. What?
Ooh. I will wear any Knicks jersey you want, but you have to put on a Jalen Johnson jersey for an entire pod, which I own.
You own a Jalen Johnson jersey?
I do.
Jeez, bro.
Sounds a little biased if you ask me, then.
Yeah, okay.
Wearing a Hawks jersey is crazy, bro. Like,
Dude, that might burn inside you,
I
bro.
know.
Wait, but what would you be wearing?
I would.
I mean, I'm not gonna be wearing it. I'm not saying.
What?
He's not an all-star.
Jalen Johnson?
No.
Yeah, but. Alright, should we go back to
I'm
the
so glad we
shooters?
have this.
You, oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's go back. How the hell did we get sidetracked?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. Okay.
Steph Curry. no. We were talking about James Harden. Now we're
Yeah,
should we
Steph
move on to
Curry,
our three?
James Harden. Let's go to our three. I think this is where our lists start to differ.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it is.
100%.
I think it is. And you know where I'm going? I'm going with another prolific off the dribble 3-point shooter. I hold such high respect to off the dribble 3-point shooting because it is the hardest form of 3-point shooting.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the hardest to be consistent at. It's the hardest to guard. I'm going Damian Lillard.
Dude, Leon, what the? I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. Are you kidding,
I
dude?
don't agree with that at all.
Dude, he is probably the biggest deep ball shooter of all time.
Yeah.
He's the biggest deep ball shooter of all time. You have to guard him from the half court line anytime because he can shoot from anywhere on the court.
Shows up in the playoffs.
Shows up
consistently. I don't know if he's consistently 40% or like 38%.
Nah, but
either
he was
way,
shooting great in the playoffs.
off the
man.
volume that he's shooting at, the type of shots he's taking. Let's not forget he's not bad off screens. He's
Hell
not bad
no.
off ball.
He's
one of the
good
better
at it.
off ball 3-point shooters. we've seen.
Exactly, bro.
So the fact that he can do the on the dribble stuff and catch and shoot, like that's not something that so little people have in general. And then obviously his numbers speak for themselves. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league. He's he just does everything shooting wise at an elite level.
Dude, I think he's extremely underrated. I think we forget of how valuable and how good Damian Lillard really was, man. He was like second seed a bunch of years.
Western
Conference Finals so many times.
Yeah.
Like, this man was unbelievable, man. And it was just on the fact of him being such a fantastic shooter, man.
Yeah.
He was, dude, shooting from wherever he wanted, man. It, like, playoff-wise,
I mean,
we understand that he's one of the most clutch players in the playoffs of all time.
Yeah.
It was insane what he was doing, what he was dropping. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, you're right. One of the most clutch players. Like he never let down in the playoffs.
He has a
outside
nickname.
for getting injured.
He has a nickname of being clutch.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's Dame time.
It's goddamn game time.
It's Dame time.
So, what do you think? Who's your number 3?
My 3, and I give this guy so much credit because he was doing it before it was so used. I have to go with Reggie Miller with the second most 3-point makes of all time.
That's not even true.
I think in clutch situations especially, he's a guy who always shot the ball
What'd you
so
say? He's the
I think
second
James
most.
Harden is the second most.
second most threes.
No, he's not.
Yes.
I think James Harden is.
Steph Curry's number 1. James Harden's number 2. Rand Allen, we know past him.
But Reggie Miller is number 3, I think.
No,
Oh,
because
sorry.
Ray Allen.
Oh,
What are you
no.
talking
He's not
about?
second. I was wrong. I was way
Where's he on the list?
He's 6.
Dude, exactly, bro. There's so many players ahead of him.
Sorry.
Because we're in a new NBA.
No, but he did do it first.
Yeah,
Reggie
he
was
did.
the first off-ball 3-point shooter there was.
100%. But
And
he's
clutch,
not like these
so
NBA,
clutch.
he's not like these NBA players now. This is a totally new
Bro.
NBA where the 3-point line is just so much more.
All right, well, okay.
You make the point so many times talking about like older players being like you like value older players so much, and then you make that point. It's like so.
No,
like,
because I
you can't
value.
say that.
No, because I value a different game. This is clearly a different game than what we saw like in the 1990s.
Obviously.
Yeah, and I hold that same kind of standard. Obviously, the 80s and 90s they have their value in different kind of ways, but we know that this NBA.
Who's a better defender, Hakeem Olajuwon or Evan Mobley?
Oh, there's no question.
Hakeem, bro. No. That's different. What are you talking about? The way that they
Why
defended
is that
it,
so crazy?
because the way that they defended is so different, and the value that it brought during that time on defense
But-
is just on par.
Skill-wise, it's not close.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
But, okay, no, I do get what Griff was saying, though, because I think Reggie Miller kind of has to be like a top 5 shooter of all time because he was doing stuff. He was created like this off-ball movement, really. Like, I think Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc did a little bit with the Bulls, but not as advanced that was. Reggie Miller was running off 2-3 screens.
He was a volume 3-point shooter in the 1990s, and when he was doing it, I don't think you understand. Like he was like a fan favorite, like as far as shooting. He was unbelievable. And he kind of changed the game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was definitely an innovator at that time. I'm not denying that. He's a Hall of
then
Famer.
Then is Larry Bird a top 5 shooter?
That's where I get to, bro. No.
Because Larry Bird
I would
has
argue
changed
no,
the game
but
and
Reggie
shooting.
Miller is a better shooter than Larry Bird.
And Klay Thompson's a better shooter than Reggie Miller.
See, now this whole thing is just like, because
What's wrong with that?
Sorry. But I get what you're saying.
Klay Thompson is a better shooter than Damian Lillard.
That's not fucking true.
Dude, but all
It
the
is.
dribbles.
Because like I said,
Statistically, it's true, though.
but I hold off the dribble threes way more valuable
Yeah,
than
it's true.
than
Off the dribble.
than straight up shots.
But Larry Bird
Come
was
on,
off the
that's totally- that's
Larry
totally different.
Bird was a great off the dribble three-point shooter.
Who?
Larry Bird.
Yeah, I agree. For the 1980s.
Larry Bird, baby, let's
Yes, sir.
But I'll never deny his greatness, and I think he's a great shooter.
I think if Larry Bird was today, he would shoot 40% from three. I really do, man. I really do, bro. He shot like 3 threes a game. If he was shooting volume.
3 threes a game.
All right, but okay, so my 3 is Dame, your 3 is Dame.
Yep.
4. This is where it gets really tough. This is where it gets tough. And I think I might go the route of Reggie Miller. Oh, wait. I'm missing. Oh, no. Ray Allen. My bad. Ray Allen. I'll take Ray. Yeah.
There's a big good argument for top 3 too for Ray Allen.
Yeah, no, for real. There's a good argument. There's a solid argument for 2. For Ray Allen.
Yeah, but I don't. I do agree that it's Ray Allen. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why when you said Reggie Miller, I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I'll give credit to Ray Allen, man. Ray Allen is obviously surpassed. I think he surpasses what Reggie Miller ever done. He took what he's done to another level, and obviously at one point in time, the number 1 three-point scorer of all time.
Yeah.
And you got to give him a lot of credit. Obviously, probably one of the best spot-up shooters of all time. Like, especially obviously on that Boston Celtics team where he was able to play that third level scorer. Obviously, you have KG and Paul Pierce on your team, and we knew that that dish out to Ray Allen was significant. Obviously, he didn't even do it on not just Boston as well. You see, he did it on Milwaukee, the Seattle, shout out Seattle, and Miami, where obviously he made the most important 3 of all time. So,
That's crazy. He made the most important 3 of all time.
Yeah.
Is Ray Allen shot the most important 3 of all time?
Yeah.
The weight, yeah.
Actually,
It's hard.
I mean, there's 2 that's up there. It's right. Is that 3 and Kyrie Irving's fairway shot.
Nah, they carry.
You see,
Oh my
gosh. There's 2 different ones.
2 great threes, man.
2 great threes. 2 great threes that cemented legacies, man.
Yes. Oh my gosh, man.
I'm about to give you guys some crazy information right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna name some players who are top 3 most threes made ever in the top 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Kidd.
That does.
That's
In the
surprising,
top
man,
20.
actually.
That's actually.
That's surprising.
Yeah, that's surprising.
CJ McCollum.
I'm not surprised by that.
Eric Gordon.
That doesn't surprise me either. Longevity.
Buddy Hield at 16.
Wow.
I was not expecting that.
Kyle Lowry at 13.
That makes
13 is kind of low.
Jamal Crawford at 12.
Nah, he was like that, bro. He was like that.
But
Like
12 was pretty high, but he was giving you buckets.
11, Jason Terry.
longevity.
Yeah, it is
10, Vince Carter.
Whoa, that's also a
Longevity.
longevity thing. Like,
9, Paul George.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
you gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit.
Which he shoots threes.
Yo, he's such a hater.
8, Korver.
Kyle Korver.
My guy Korver, baby.
Korver statistically
Yeah.
could be a top 3 shooter of all time. I don't think he is, but he could be
Top 3 what?
shooter of all time. Statistically.
Statistically.
50% on open threes for his career.
What the hell?
And
Probably one of the. You could argue top best, like the best
Off ball movement threes.
spot up shooter.
Yeah, catch and shoot. Like
I think it's between him and Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
And at 7, LeBron James.
He's on all these lists, man. What do
I
we expect
wasn't
from the
expecting
GOAT?
that, but yeah.
What do you
obviously.
expect? You expect that from the GOAT?
Dude, but he's honestly a good 3-point shooter now.
I expect that from my GOAT.
The last series you would leave LeBron open from 3, I think, was probably 2014 Spurs finals. From then on, you couldn't leave LeBron open from 3.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
worked on that game heavily.
Yeah.
In the second half.
Do you think that's something Paolo could eventually like do?
Yeah, I think.
He has the potential
Do you
to.
see that hit for him? Like, is that what you see?
I do, because I like his form. He has good form. He has so many potential factors. Yeah. He's good. I said the play was good, man. All-star level.
Kill Alexander Walker, man. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Paulo being able to shoot threes like that, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and also LeBron James being one of the top 3-point shooters of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I think most of the list is fair. I think a lot of it has to do with longevity and
It's
being
crazy you were
really
getting
good.
roasted for James Harden at the 2 spot.
Hmm?
Like crazy you were getting roasted for James Harden at the 2 spot.
Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Shout out to the people that
People don't know how
think
good
maybe Harden.
Yeah. People don't know
Kobe's
how good
at
James
30.
Harden
That's actually
Way lower than I was expecting.
is. Yeah, that is.
I feel like back then we
He
knew
played 20 seasons too.
20 seasons, and he one of the highest scorers of all time. He's on the top 10 list of scorers of all
Where's
time.
Jordan?
Wait, do you want to know what Kobe's 3-point percentage of his career was? 33.
I think I knew that. We
Yeah, I
all
think I
knew.
knew that.
Yeah, he was a chuck from 3. Bro.
Jesus,
He was
33%.
dude. He shoot
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant shoots below average from the field in
Wow.
general. The average field goal percentage, I feel like in the NBA is like a 47. He shot like 41% from the field his entire career.
That's crazy. Tim Hardaway Jr. has more threes than Kobe Bryant.
That doesn't surprise me either, honestly. Kobe was not a great shooter, man. Like you said, 33%
From 3.
from 3 is bad.
Not a great shooter from 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Kobe has way better accolades all around, but like, dude, I'm not surprised about this.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the flaws in Kobe's game. He was obviously a great player, and his footwork is really what separated him. But it was always the shot selection. It was always the inefficiency. But hey, I guess it doesn't matter as long as you win chips, and he won chips. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
That was a good episode. Obviously, like, subscribe, comments. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Always love the comments. Want more of them.
Yeah,
Want
they're
people to-
nice. We appreciate the feedback.
Yes, nice things, negative things, any sort of comment, we welcome it. Just want to see what you guys think. And until next time, from the tape.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.